How's it going, guys? Connor Riley back here with another YouTube video, and today I tweeted a couple days ago to send me your worst wrestling takes, and honestly I should have worded that better because some of these are most of these are just hot takes, which are still really good. So I decided to make this video. I was gonna film it the other day, but honestly I just forgot to. I'm gonna be honest, I just forgot to film this. So now I'm making it today, and we are gonna get this video started. So yeah, let's get started. Also, before we start this video, shout out to Sammy Guevara for commenting on my last video. That was awesome. For some reason, my video YouTube keeps disabling the comments, and they keep disappearing. So I don't really know what happened. So if the comment isn't there, I trust me, he did. I have a screenshot. He did, so thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, for some reason, YouTube keeps disabling comments on some of my videos. I don't know why. I keep trying to fix it, but it just keeps happening. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. So yeah, let's get this video started. Okay, so the first hot take I have, or got tweeted here, is from my friend Zach. So shout out to you, Zach, I love you. People won't truly appreciate how important the elite are to wrestling until they are all retired. I agree. I think the elite get way too much hate in the wrestling community, and I don't really know why they get so much hate, because I think they are all great at what they do. But I 100% agree with this. I feel like once the elite are all gone, that wrestling is not going to be the same whatsoever. The Young Bucks are super important to wrestling. Kenny Omega is super important to wrestling. I mean, if you want to count, like Adam Cole, super important. Like all the people that are in the elite, they are all super important to wrestling. So I absolutely 100% agree with this. I feel like they get way too much hate in the wrestling community. And it's kind of unfortunate because they're all super, super good at what they do. And AEW is here, and they are one of the reasons for that. So I'm super grateful for the elite. And I don't even think that's a hot take. I think that is actually a really, really, really good take. And I think most people would agree with that. So thank you, Zach, for sending that, because I feel like people need to hear that. And then Zach sent me another one saying, control your narrative isn't that bad. Black Negan, or Black_Negan said, here's a take I have. Miz is getting stale as a heel. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I think I said this in one of my last videos. I don't watch WWE anymore. I did go to WrestleMania. I did do that. But actually watching Raw and SmackDown, I rather not do that. But The Miz, I can actually probably agree with this, because The Miz, I'm pretty sure, has only been a face one time in his career, and y'all can quote me on that. I have no I think I'm correct. If I'm not, please tell me in the comments, because I really don't remember. I know he was a face in 2014 or 2013. I think it was 2013. He was a face for a little bit. So yeah, I could see that. So yeah, I could see that getting stale for someone that's been a heel pretty much his entire career. So honestly, The Miz is good at what he does. I mean, no matter what, The Miz is going to be a great... I mean, he's an okay wrestler, but he's always going to be a great character. So I could see that getting stale as a heel. Do I agree with it? I mean, again, I don't watch, but I'll take your word for it, you know? If y'all have takes about WWE, I will take your word for it, because I don't doubt it. This Seth Rollins stan, or Sting at Stingworth, said, Seth Rollins is the most consistent in-ring performer and has been for the past decade. Many people I've said this to have disagreed with me. Now, Seth Rollins is a weird one, because as y'all know, Seth Rollins is one of my favorite wrestlers. I mean, my old username was BCN Rollins for a reason, because I am a big Seth Rollins fan. I think Seth Rollins gets a lot of hate, and honestly, I don't agree with the hate he gets. I've seen some people say that Seth Rollins is the best wrestler in the world, and I do not agree with that. I think there are many wrestlers that are outperform Seth, and that is okay for me to say, because, you know, a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, you're a Seth Rollins fan, though. That's okay. If you can be a fan of someone that you don't think is the best in the world, that is fine, and I am one of those people. I think Seth is really consistent in the ring, though. I think Seth always puts on great matches for WWE standard, at least. I think Seth gets a lot of hate. You know, obviously, I think some of the hate is very much overhated, or a bit of an overreaction. I think Seth Rollins is really, really good in the ring, but I can see people disagreeing with this. And honestly, saying he's the most inconsistent, most consistent, sorry, I can disagree with that. Now, Seth Rollins is one of my favorites, and do I think he's probably top 10 in the world? Probably, because I mean, yeah, I think he's probably top 10 in the world. I mean, if you can name 10 other wrestlers better than him, please do in the comments, or please tell me, because I would like to have a debate with y'all with that. So yeah. But I'll have to disagree with this one, saying Seth Rollins is the most consistent. But it's okay, because I love Seth, and Seth's one of my favorites. My friend Mario, Deathmatch Mario, said, people that only include WWE wrestlers in their GOAT list should shut up. I agree with this one. This is a weird one because I feel like a lot of people, or some wrestling fans at least, only watch WWE, and that is perfectly okay if you only watch WWE. I'm not here to hate anybody. If you like WWE or if you like any wrestling show and you watch it, that is okay. But also, don't ruin the fun for everybody else and make fun of them for watching it. You know, I tweet like Fed fans and all that, but honestly, nothing affects me. Like, if you watch something, I do not really care. Like, it doesn't bother me in any way. Just don't hate on AEW. Like, if you hate on AEW but still watch it, shut up. If you hate on WWE but still watch it, shut up. Like, it goes both ways, you know? So, but I do agree with this one. I think there is so many people. Honestly, also, if you want me to make a greatest of all times list, let me know, because I am so down to make a video like that, because I think it would be really fun and very controversial. So if you would like to see that, let me know. And yeah, I think that is a good take right there, because there's so many wrestlers that should be in the greatest of all times list that are not in WWE or never went to WWE. So yeah, I do agree with that one. Yeah, so if you're in WWE, like if you've never been to WWE, like you should be in a GOATs list. So yeah, I 100% would agree with that. Jared said, the Bullet Club hasn't been impressive since Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks left. Now this is a weird one too, because I've seen a lot of people say this, and I don't necessarily disagree with this, because I think Jay White's Bullet Club is by far the worst Bullet Club out of any era, and that's just not even me hating on Jay White or anything like that. I think it's just factual, because if you look at all the past leaders, you know, it's pretty easy to say that Jay White's is the worst. Jay White's is probably definitely the worst, but it's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. Now, saying the Bucks or the Bullet Club hasn't been impressive, again, I wouldn't know, because I don't really watch New Japan, and I think New Japan is great. I think I probably should watch New Japan more because I need to watch more wrestling. So maybe soon I'll start watching it and seeing what I have an opinion on Jay White's Bullet Club. But from what I've seen and what I've heard, it's definitely probably the worst Bullet Club out of any era. CJ said Jade Cargill is the best champion in AEW right now. This isn't really a really bad take, because I've seen a lot of people say this, and I think Jade Cargill is really, really good. She's by far the best presented woman on the roster by not even, like, it's obvious that she is. Now, do I think she's the best champion? I don't know, honestly. I think I'd have to look at all the champions. I think Hangman is really good. A lot of people have hated Hangman's run, which I think it's stupid. I think Hangman's runs are good. I think Jade Cargill is definitely probably top 2 best champions right now, though. So you just have to figure out which one you would like better. So I don't think this is a hot take, or I don't think it's a bad take. I honestly could see a lot of people agreeing with this, and I even might agree with this. So I think Jade Cargill is one of the best presented champions in AEW, and she is so good at what she does. So yes, I 100% could see and agree that Jade Cargill is probably the best champion right now. Zach said, just read Emily's tweets, and then Emily posted a meme said that I wish you a very... I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, so I might have to bleep that out, but you can see the meme. Kendall Marie said, my take is seeing the fans hate on each other. Remember where you came from, why we all enjoy wrestling in the first place. People need to remember their soul piece, or that soul piece. Yes, I agree with this one, because I think the whole WWE versus AEW thing is really stupid. I think just anything involving that, because that is one of the main causes for the IWC to be a horrible, horrible place. I think it's very stupid, and I think people just need to enjoy wrestling, or enjoy, like, I get it. I hate on WWE on Twitter, but does WWE really affect me sometimes? No. Do I ever slander WWE on my channel? No. Like, I don't care enough to, because there are some people out there that watch WWE and just hate on it. If I don't enjoy something, I don't watch it. Would I really want to watch Impact Wrestling? No, I wouldn't. So that's why I don't watch it. So, I don't know. There's a lot of beef on Twitter, WWE versus AEW, and I just think it's stupid. I do enjoy looking at people's tweets, though, and making fun of people's Twitters, because they're so anti-AEW or so anti-WWE. I think it is funny. I do like seeing that, but I don't beef with anybody on Twitter. Like, if you have beef with me, I just could care less, to be honest. So, yeah, that's my take on that. My boy Heel Balor, sup Willie, he said, SmackDown has been horrible since the draft. The BCC is the best stable in wrestling at the moment. Man, I don't know about these WWE ones because, again, I do not watch WWE, but I will take, if you say something is horrible in WWE, I will take your word for it, man. You know, I will take your word for it because I don't doubt it. And I don't even remember what brand, like who's on what brand, honestly. I know Seth is on Raw and Cody's on Raw, and then Roman just doesn't care about Raw. He's only on SmackDown, really. So, I don't know, man. I don't really know. You have to give me the whole rundown on why SmackDown's been really bad since the draft. Now, the BCC, I agree. I think they are probably the best stable right now in wrestling. I'd have to look at all the stables or really remember because I'm horrible at thinking of everybody. But I think they are probably the best presented one right now. I think Team Taz is very underrated as a stable. I think the Elite is always going to be good. I think the Undisputed Elite is very underappreciated, and I think people overhate them way too much. So, yeah, I have to see all the stables, but I would agree with this that the BCC is definitely the best stable in wrestling right now. My friend Jones said, especially in WWE, if a wrestler isn't constantly in the title picture, they're considered a jobber or underrated. Yeah, that's a good take. That's not even a bad or a hot take. That is just factual. Especially in WWE, you know, I see a lot of people complaining that this person is not at the top or this person's underrated. Like Finn Balor, for example. Now, do I think Finn Balor gets injustice a lot in WWE? Absolutely he does. I think Finn Balor is one of the best performers and one of the most underrated and underappreciated wrestlers in WWE. But, with that being said, I always see people saying that Finn is a jobber, Finn is underrated, Finn should leave WWE, but I don't think Finn is ever going to leave WWE, really. And if he does, please send me this clip and just slander me on Twitter because it would be funny. But, yeah, I agree with this one. I think I need to think of a perfect example of someone like this. I think Finn Balor is definitely up there for someone, and also Kevin Owens. Now, Kevin Owens is a weird one because I wanted Kevin Owens to go to AEW so bad when his contract was expiring, and then he's re-signed. I was like, why did he re-sign? Because he's not doing anything. And then he main evented with Stone Cold. So, I ate my words, for sure. So, definitely a weird one. But, yeah, I agree with this one 100%. And I think Kevin Owens as Finn Balor is probably a perfect example that comes to my head that is definitely a good example here. The Jungle King 2 said, hype around babyfaces died too quickly. I don't know if that's a bad take, but that's all I got in my brain right now. I agree with this. I feel like once someone finally turns babyface that they're pretty much hyped for like a month and then just die off. But I think that is mainly in WWE. I have to think about everyone in AEW because I don't know, man. But I do agree with this one that I don't know, people get way too tired of baby faces so quickly that they want people to turn heel very quickly. So I do agree with this one. I don't know what the best way to explain this is, but besides that, I do agree. I think wrestling fans just don't know what they want most of the time, so that's definitely a good take. I don't think that's a bad take or really a hot take. I think also there's some things that are just factual, and that is definitely one of them. I just had to stop the recording because people were mowing outside, and that was so loud. So, yeah, if that picked up in the background of some of these clips, I'm very sorry. But yeah, it is what it is. My friend Logan here, what's up, Logan? He said Edge is washed up, and then under it he said, I've heard this. Edge is a weird one because Edge gets slandered so much on social media. I heard his promo. I didn't watch this promo, but I heard it was a really good promo he cut yesterday. So honestly, I might just be biased here because Edge is one of my favorite of all time. Edge is great. I don't think Edge is washed up, but at the same time, again, I don't watch, so maybe he is. But I do like his new theme song. I think his new theme song is really, really good. So there's that. But I don't know. Edge is one of my favorites of all time, so maybe I'm just biased, but I do disagree. I don't think Edge is washed up. I think Edge has always been good and always will be good. But I think people just hate on him way too much. But again, that's just my opinion. And if you don't like Edge, that is perfectly okay. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so this person DM'd it to me, but I'll post it in the screenshot. This is one that I had to put in the video even if it was a DM because I think this is a very good hot take and some people, or most people will not agree with this, but I think this is such a good hot take that I had to put it in the video. So shout out to you, Seth. He says, I got you for sure then if that's the case. Pac over Hangman. He said, I love Hangman. Ooh, this is the one I like because this is a good hot take because some people, or most people for that matter, are not going to agree with this, and that is perfectly okay. Now, Do I agree with this? No, I don't. But that doesn't mean it's a bad take necessarily, because Pac and Hangman, they're both fantastic workers. Now, Hangman is definitely one of my favorites in AEW, as you all know, so I will have to disagree with this, but Pac is so good at what he does. He's one of the best workers in AEW and one of the most underrated or underappreciated people in AEW, in my opinion. I think this is a good take, because, man, this is one that I read and I was like, wow, this is actually a hot take that I disagree with, and so I thought I had to put it in the video. I think Pac is really good. I think he should be a future AEW champion, because that's just how good he is. But I think Hangman is one of the best performers in the world. His character is really good, and he's just a fantastic wrestler all around. So I do think Hangman is better than Pac, but I just had to add that in there because that is a good hot take that I think some people or most people will disagree with, so I had to put it in the video. Now, that is the end of that. So I thought at the end I would put a hot take of mine that most people are gonna disagree with, because he's not really liked right now. But Sammy Guevara is a top 10 wrestler in the world and might even be considered top 5. Here's my reasoning for that. Sammy Guevara is probably one of the best high flyers in the world right now, and every match he puts on will always steal the show, and that's just factual. You love him or hate him, he always will have a great match, because he gets so much slander on social media, and then he'll have a fantastic match, and then people are like, oh, that was a good match. It's like, that stole the show. It happens every single time, and I think it's hilarious. Yeah, I think Sammy Guevara could be considered top 10 in the world. Now, are people going to disagree with that? Absolutely, people are going to disagree with that. But I would just like for y'all to talk to me and say who are 10 better wrestlers than Sammy. And I'm not going to have a debate with y'all. I'm not going to, call y'all idiots or whatever. I legit want to know, because Sammy is probably up there for top 10. So yeah, that is it for this video. I had so much fun making this video. I hope y'all do enjoy it. This is one that I actually had a lot of fun with. So this was crazy. And follow me on Twitter at @TheConnorRiley for stuff like this. I might do like Q&As or some more stuff like this, and then I'll tweet them out and y'all can be in the video. It's pretty fun stuff. So yeah, like this video, comment if it will let you comment. YouTube, please fix your things, please. I would appreciate it. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, peace, guys.